Hello everyone, I'm Navya Sree, Associate Professor of Data Science Department in PSCMRCET. Today I'm going to discuss basic concepts of machine learning. What is machine learning? Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence which is capable of making machines learn from the data by identifying some of the patterns and making predictions. Machine learning also makes the machines to think and act like human beings. Next, coming to types of machine learning. There are three types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Coming to supervised learning. In this supervised learning, the algorithms makes use of labeled data. Labeled data in the sense input and output pairs. Here, for the specified output will be known. And this labeled data can be also called tagged data or classified data. For example, in mails database or data sets, we are having the categories of mails like spam and not spam. For image recognition data sets, we are having some categories of fruits just as apple and banana. So these are some of the examples of labeled data. So next, coming to unsupervised learning. In this unsupervised learning, the algorithm uses unlabeled data. Here, the input pairs, for the input pairs, there are no output pairs. So, there will be only unlabeled data. So, by making some predictions, the output must be classified. So, next coming to reinforcement learning. In this learning, the process depends upon the self-learning system. Here, the algorithm learns by self-learning and thereby the process followed is trial and error. So these are the types of machine learning. Next, coming to some of the key concepts in machine learning. So in machine learning, we need to know what are the features and labels. In the data set, whatever the data available and whatever the inputs available are categorized into features. And for those inputs, we need to uh, make a output. So that output is called a label. So for the particular input, we are having the output. So input is called features as well as output is called label. So next, coming to training and testing of the data. So in the data sets, we are taking some of the data for training and testing. The data which is used for training is called training data set or training data, and which is used for testing is called testing data. After performing the testing and training, we need to evaluate the performance of the model. So we need to use some of the performance metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score. From these performance metrics, we can evaluate a model. So these are some of the key concepts in machine learning. Next comes the process of building the machine learning model. So we need to follow some of the steps for building a machine learning model. So the first step is the collecting of data. So collecting data is nothing but we are getting the data from various sources. So we need to collect the relevant data for the problem statement at our hand. Next, coming to data pre-processing. Once the data has been collected, we need to clean the data and transform the data into required format. So in cleaning in the sense, all the redundant data, noise data and outlier data will be removed from the data and the data will be processed. Once the data has been pre-processed, we need to select appropriate model for the data. So once the model has been selected, we need to train the data. So for the training, we are taking the training data from the data set and giving the training to the algorithm. So once the training phase has been completed, we need to test the data for the model's performance. So we are using some of the model evaluation criteria as we discussed earlier for evaluating the performance of the model. Finally, deploying the model with the new data. So these are some of the steps in building machine learning model. So next, we need to know what are the algorithms used for this different types of learning methods. So under this supervised learning, we are having different regression models like linear regression, support vector machines, decision trees, and neural networks. Coming to unsupervised learning techniques, we are having clustering methods like K-means clustering, hierarchical clustering, and PCA, principal component analysis. And under this reinforcement learning, we are having some of the algorithms like Q learning and deep Q networks and neural networks. These are some of the basic algorithms. And next, coming to applications of machine learning. Today, everywhere we are using this machine learning applications. So, like medical applications for medical diagnosis and language translation, for object finding and detection, image recognition apps, speech recognition, traffic prediction, stock market trading, email spam, self driving cars, and product recommendations and OTT movie recommendations, whatnot. So, these are basic applications of machine learning. Hope you all understood the basic concepts of machine learning. Thank you.